and what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel, bringing you just another video. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a change, don't worry, I'll still be posting Destiny 2. I noticed I've got a whole almost 50 new subs since Destiny 2 came out. And I know that's like people like it's making, but the fact that I never promote myself, I've never asked for subs, I've done 2 game giveaways that have come out of my own money. You know, my channel's not monetized. This is not about. It's never. You know, I'm happy with that amount of increase. It's really impressive, actually. Maybe I really should. I actually got offered to be partnered. To be partnered. But the company, I can't remember what company. It's a big company. But they kind of screw over people. Now I know partnering with them would essentially, you know, increase my viewership drastically just through connections and promotion and stuff, but I don't really want to get screwed over by the big bad, you know. So the reason I'm going on Witcher 3 is I've played Witcher 3 and the DLCs, and my brother bought me the Game of the Year edition just because I always like to have the Game of the Year edition so everything's all in one place, if that makes sense. I know it's like rebuying the same game, but and I've been wanting to replay it for a long time, but the thought of how epic and massive this game is actually intimidating. All the things you collect and all the missions you do, when you're first playing the game, you do realise how big it is after quite a short time, but you've never done it before, but it's quite daunting thinking about doing it again. Just learning the controls, the skill trees, just the crafting of weapons is phenomenally complicated, but in a good way. It's just overwhelming that you get perfect rubies and crush them into rubies, then crush the rubies into ruby dust, and then sprinkle it into your sword and etch it with runes, and you've got magic ability. Oh, it's amazing. Guys, if no one's ever played Witcher 3, I swear to God, it is one of the most epic games ever made. There's no microtransactions, okay? This company was a medium-sized Polish company. Okay, they did The Witcher 3, and they became the biggest company in Poland, now worth about $1.1 billion, which, yeah, is not a lot by, you know, large, like America or UK standards, but you know, that's impressive. And they're working on the Cyberpunk 2077, I think it is. I think it's 2077, Cyberpunk anyway, which they brought a trailer out about 4 years ago. Like, this company is probably so far it's one of the most, if not the most respectable companies that I've ever seen. They don't screw you over. Like, do you know what you got for the £50 for the original Witcher game? You got the game, you got the soundtrack. Inside was this beautiful map of the world on like a parchment type material. The DLCs were not expensive and they were massive. Each DLC 100 hours plus, easy if you want to be really thorough. Even more than 100 hours actually if you're really going to be thorough. Just phenomenal. So I'm going to start it again. Now I know a lot of you guys have come for Destiny. Don't worry, I'll still be playing Destiny 2. But as we all know, let's be honest, Destiny 2 is in a slump right now. We all know it's because they really fucked the pooch with this one. Okay, Destiny 1's original release was dire because what was promised in Destiny 1 was unbelievable. And for those that don't know, and for those Bungie lovers, please don't be angry at me for saying this, but because I love the game, I do, but it's limited and it treats us like idiots. But the original Destiny was supposed to be released. Think about this. Okay, the original Destiny, including all the content, including all the expansions, apart from the Rise of Iron, so everything from the original release to the Taken King, was supposed to be in the game as the full game. You know, finally, you know, something comparable to Halo. You know, an epic, sizable contribution to the gaming library, and this was cut apart and sold for DLC. Then they made so much more money. They made billions in sales, but they made so much more money in microtransactions. Festival of Lost bullshit with these masks that you can't wear them because they fucking drop your light level. Now we've got Destiny 2, a massively simplified game skill tree. No rolls on guns, nothing to grind for, limited strikes that are just too long. The rewards aren't good enough. The amount of legendaries and exotics you get from strikes, even with your medallions on, is negligible. The Vanguard tokens you get are negligible. You need, you know, and I still do strikes because I want to get, you know, the 3 sets of Vanguard armor for each character, the 1 set of Vanguard armor for each 3 characters. And Iron Banner was a disappointment. You know, some people it yeah, it took about 300 tokens to turn in to get like a full set of armor, because at random repeats and weapons you kept getting. So they really fucked the pooch that time. I know they're making improvements, but the problem is you don't. Destiny 1 release was tragic. It was something promised that was not delivered, not even close. But through all the expansions, inverted commas, for all the cut-up game and releases DLC, by the end of the game, it was impressive. But I absolutely think that all the content at the end of Destiny 1 should have been in the original game. That's what games used to be like. I'm in my late 30s, so people probably, if you're not as old as me, you won't have been used to a time when you really, really did get a lot for your money. You really did get your money's worth with games, and now you don't. They do a full game, they chop it up and say they're working on DLC. It's not true, for the most part. But there are still companies out there that are decent, they've got decent people working for them. So, but what Bungie did is they released a simplified, stripped away version of Destiny in Destiny 2 that is comparable to the original release of Destiny 1. Now the problem is, you don't really, in my own personal and humble thoughts, you don't release a second game that's supposed to be a successor and essentially an expansion of the original game at the starting point in which you release the first game. By the end of the first game is the bar that you set. So when you release game 2, it should be everything game 1 is plus all its expansions, and it should be more. So there should be bounties and patrols, random rolls, more raids, more strikes. I mean, there's not even any perks on the guns in the raid. There's no prestige raid weapons. They've just, I don't know what they've been doing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've been a designer, I've been a researcher, I've been a lecturer, I've studied for my doctorate. I know that level of work and the type of work is so intense and so obsessively scrutinized that you can actually waste a lot of time because you're so thorough. You know, okay, so the original you're designing the Vex species, for example. Now, they could have designed this first, the Vex now we see was, let's say you design that Vex first, but you're probably going to design several dozen thoroughly fleshed out concepts, maybe several hundred models that are all going to be analysed and critiqued and, you know, spent a lot of time over redesigns. But you might eventually pick the one you originally did. So if you can be smart, you need to cut away the fat essentially and concentrate on the meat. But the problem is, in gaming, that fat, all those little extras, are what make a game phenomenal. You've got a great game, which means a solid base and a great game. All the fundamentals are in place, but then it's all the little extras, all the fat that makes it absolutely phenomenal. All the additions, the extras, the expansions, the detailing, all that stuff makes it amazing. Now the world of Destiny 2 and Destiny 1 is phenomenal. The gunplay is probably the best. Come on guys, I keep playing Destiny 1 and 2 because it's obsessive. When I put that game in, it's in my console for 8-9 months at a time, and I don't even take it out. It's just in there. So yeah, anyway, let's get into Witcher 3, guys. This is one of the best games you will ever play, you will ever see. It is epic. It is several hundred hours, 200-300 hours, even base minimum. It's about 100 hours if you just do the minimum. I swear to God. Now I've got all the stuff on my website. I did the Blood and Wine DLC, I think. Or no, I didn't. I did the first deal. No, I did the Blood and Wine. Not all of it. I did about 34 parts. See what I mean? I did about 34 hour. Yeah, I did about an hour long episode each, 36 episodes, and I didn't even come close to finishing it. So we're just going to start a new game. We're going to start again. And but I'm particularly Horizon Zero Dawn. Now that was a phenomenal game. Watch that on my channel, guys. Horizon Zero Dawn. If you've not played it, get it. I thought using a bow and arrow would feel weird, but it actually feels like you're pulling the strings on the damn thing. You can feel the tension. Oh, the DLC is coming out in December. I bought it ages ago. It's going to be great. This is this game, Witcher 3, got one of the best soundtracks you will ever hear. Playing the Gwent card game as a side thing, collecting all the rare cards. It's so good. It's such a good game. It's so addictive. Now I can't remember the controls, not at all. So let's get going. Whew. Can't do New Game Plus. I didn't start New Game Plus in my old game because it's I didn't want to get rid of all my... Anyway, don't matter. Anyway, just so much stuff. Okay. Shall we do... Let's do story and sword. Yes, please. Let's... I didn't play Witcher 2. But let's it puts you through a comic version of the last game, I think. You pick your options. I think I might have already done that on the original game. But whatever you did in Witcher 2, the world state is set like that. So all the effects of that game influence this game. Listen to this soundtrack, guys. Honestly, it makes me weep. It brings tears to my eyes. It's fucking amazing. Making a Witcher film. I want the Queen's brother from Lord of the Rings to play it. Think of that, long white grey hair, cat eyes, bulked up a bit, stubble, a bit older looking. It'd be phenomenal. Sorceresses. Damn, son. I'm so tempted to do a Witcher 3 giveaway, guys. It's such an amazing game. In fact, fuck it. When we reach 300 subs, Witcher's probably... I don't know if people would want to play an older game. It's only a year old or so, but it's amazing. I think this is where you fall asleep and dream about... I don't know if you... I don't know. You dream about Ciri, his sort of adopted daughter, who's got Elder Blood, which is the only powerful magic that can stop the end of all worlds in all dimensions by the White Frost. Oh, amazing. Oh! Okay. Kaer Morgan, Witch Keep, Banks of... Is it Wenlech? He's such a cool guy.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already. You promised Ciri you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
Okay, tutorial time. L2, which are sensors, okay. Yes. The examination of things.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
I need to find the key. Okay. Ah. Can't remember what's run now. X, I think. It's not going to let me run yet.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
What?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too?
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to
world,
end.
guys, truly
now.
is a phenomenal world.
Killing monsters
Apart
is
from-
not something to be taken lightly.
I'll let
Ciri
the
must
dialogue
understand
finish first.
that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you
But
below.
the world truly is phenomenal. Even with monsters, scary, but it's phenomenal. Castles and I'll let the dialogue finish.
Wrong. Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike.
She's powerful as hell, man. When she's
You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. And now enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold. You've got work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Sorry about the tutorial,
Of
guys,
course.
but there's a little bit of
Witcher
backstory
school or
here.
an elven bathhouse?
Beat you to the bottom.
Maybe if you
Fine.
fall.
Oh crap. X. She's gonna beat me.
What did I tell you about breathing? Through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Siri, cut it out.
Can you just slide? I don't know. Crap. Oh, sorry guys, I know like the first time it's quite different after death after so long playing Destiny.
I win.
Your legs are longer. I'll show you yet. I just need to row a bit.
Oh. Go down. Ooh.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young
Yeah,
blood
she's the Emperor's
craves
daughter.
action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zeracania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
So you did the reading. Why not admit it right off?
Never pounce on an advantage as soon as it appears. Wait till it stands to have maximum effect. Uncle Vesemir's words.
Well, you're a quick study. Quick, but mischievous. Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Should work on the basics. Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
One sword for steel, which is used on humans. One sword made out of pure silver, which is used for beasties.
Draw your sword, Geralt! Quick cuts! 1, 2, 3!
Mistake.
Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking, young lady.
Slice.
Dodge.
Position, Ciri. Footwork. Remember,
Okay. I guess the roll.
Harry, Siri, see how Geralt holds it.
what? Lost your nerve?
What am I supposed to parry? Fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte! Strike! Counter-strike!
Maybe a storm's
Who's
coming.
next?
And what?
You press.
Now, young lady, to bring your day
Press,
to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs.
Quinn.
Let's start with Quen.
One. Menu. Two. Okay. Okay, that's active. Press R2 to cast a sign.
Siri, Quen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Yeah, I remember that bad boy. And it keeps upgrading.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly. Come on, at them!
Oh, it is active. What are you talking about? Oh, right now. Okay.
What the blazes are you doing? See? If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame by now. Ah, Geralt, come on!
Oh, crap. Ow.
Be quick and
See that, Siri? Ard will knock anyone or anything off balance. Time for Axie. Damn it. I hate this feeling.
Yeah, but you can get them to control them eventually.
Erden now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Siri? Couldn't move if I wanted to. Damn it! Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Siri. Quen will dampen the blow.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Going to continue trash. Okay.
let's
Fine.
dance.
Enough.
Oh, what?
Continue training at will.
Continue training. I put my sword away.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Siri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that
It's
helmet.
amazing battle that happens here later on in the game. Oh my god. Sorceress puts a massive shield around to help you.
Siri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you. What the?
Imagine a world like this where it's just about survival. There's no greed. You hunt and you kill and you build shelter or you travel, and it's not about wealth or power.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something? True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days.
Little she-devil.
Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
Listen to that
It
soundtrack,
was
guys.
just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything. Wraiths included.
So essentially, Ciri has the ability to travel different dimensions, and she's been traveling all through the universe, different dimensions, different worlds, and she actually ends up in Cyberpunk 2077 because they were clearly working on that. So she when she comes back and you find her, she tells you she went to a world with flying cars and metal and buildings and all that stuff.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. How about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet. Soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's private. Very private.
Aha, I understand. At least I think I do. Maybe not entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there.
Beautiful world, guys. Beautiful.
Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Ow. I haven't blocked anything yet. Jesus crap. Oh crap.
Of course, when armies pass, necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
Should be able to collect stuff off these ghouls. Ah, there we go. Great, all sorts of bits and bobs. Some flowers. I love loot. Don't you just love looting stuff, guys? Fire out. Should have one more. Okay. Look at this world, guys. Just seriously, look at this. A different beasties, wolves maybe, or I don't know. The music's so beautifully sad, so beautifully tragic. It's really heartbreaking. Hey, buddy. There's a wicked DLC where horse talks to you.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses, they prevent epidemics.
Part,
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No, really upsetting.
part of this
too.
game, just riding.
This
Yeah, I know
thing
you can fast
collapsed.
travel, but just riding through the world is amazing. Like hundreds of miles on horseback. It's phenomenal. Well, guys, we're going to leave it here for this episode before we get started because there's a lot to come, and I've got my dinner in the oven. So I wanted to do about an hour. It's a little bit shorter than I planned, but we're going to leave it just there and carry straight on once I've eaten my dinner. So, guys, I really hope you. For those that have subscribed for Destiny, I apologise. I will be playing Destiny, guys. I've got 3 more full armor sets to show you guys. I know they're particularly popular, but feel free to watch this, guys. It really is. If you've not played it, please go and buy it, guys. It really is worth the money. Worth so much more than Destiny. It is one of the best games I've ever played with Horizon Zero Dawn, and I can't. It's hard to explain, guys. It really is. But thank you, everybody, so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. So cheers.